Tim and Melyza from 90 Day Fiance shared a relationship update, and oh my god, you guys, this is actually pretty good. So let's not waste any time and jump right into this one. Tim and Melyza, we all remember them. They're right there. They were kind of boring, kind of interesting, kind of crazy. He went to Colombia to be with her. Well, long story short, let's not waste any time. This is what happened. He ended up going back over to America, and when he got back to America, guess what? They broke up. And I was honestly not very shocked, but I was also kind of shocked. This is what happened. Let's also go back to, he cheated on her, and he said it about 300 million times. So if you ever watched Tim and Melyza one time, I'm sure you heard Tim, not Melyza, but Tim say about every other word that yes, he cheated on her. He said it all the freaking time. And after the millionth time, I personally kind of got sick and tired of hearing of it. But that was their big issue. It was just the constant drama. I don't know if it was for the show or whatnot, but it was freaking annoying. So he did cheat on her with a coworker. He apologized, blah, blah, blah. The guy went to therapy, the whole 9 yards. It was stupid. Then, when he did go to Colombia, that was their big talking issue. Then he ran out of money, apparently. I don't know the whole story, but he claims he was running low on money and he had to go back to wherever in God's name he was from. I don't know if he was from like Texas or Alabama. He was a mover, so I'm sorry. He was constantly on the move. He was living somewhere in America, and because he was running low on money, he had to go back to America and work. Now, this is when it just, there were so many moving parts, but I didn't know, could you not work remotely at the time? How long were you in Colombia? There was a lot of moving parts, because if he did go to Colombia, we have no idea the timeline. Was he there for a month? Was he there for 3 months? I mean, the guy could have been there for 2 or 3 months. And to me, it's if you were there for 2 or 3 months, you didn't really give it a good shot. And honestly, there's this very slim chance he was there longer than 3, maybe 4 months. But he ran low on money, which once again, it's why didn't you save up enough money to actually be able to live there for a decent while? And why didn't you try to get a job? I know he tried to get a job. Why didn't you really try and get a job or get an online job or something different? But that's neither here nor there. He came back to America, and apparently right after, they ended up ending their relationship. And believe it or not, it kind of gets juicier, because he came back to America and he didn't cheat. What really happened was, according to Tim, he, constantly, every 2 seconds, Melyza was bringing up her trust issues with him cheating, and they just had the long distance, and they had a lot of issues going on, and one thing kind of led to another, and he just got sick and tired of it, and the guy, I hate to say it, but he kind of grew on a legitimate anger problem. And hey, real quick, let me say, guys, we are so freaking close on YouTube to 100,000 subscribers. I can't even believe it, but it's true. I don't know how is it true, but it is almost true. We are almost at 100,000 subscribers, and it would mean the world to me if you have not already subscribed, or if you are new to this channel, please just scroll down a hair, hit that subscribe button on YouTube. It's easy, it's free, it's fun, and it means the world to me. So guys, thank you all so much. I love you guys all so much. Please hit that subscribe button. Now let's go back on to the rest of this drama. And if you watched the episode of 90 Day Bears All that I'm talking about with Tim and Melyza from a day or so ago, you're gonna know what I'm talking about. He has a legitimate anger problem. He was freaking mad because 90 Day Fiance, I don't know how, who, when, where, or why, but they had a clip of Tim and Melyza talking when he got back to America a few weeks after, and he was mad. And the beauty of 90 Day Bears All, which is why I love this show so much, is there are no bleeps, and you can just hear them say whatever they're going to say. And yeah, he used about every word in the book, if you know what I'm talking about. He really has a pretty expressive vocabulary, so he was saying a lot of stuff. He was going crazy, and at the end of the day, he was just mad that Melyza was constantly, who are you with? What are you doing? What is going on? What is this, that, and the other? And he was just sick and tired of her thinking that he was cheating, because he was not dating, he was kind of socializing. He claimed he was just socializing. It might be borderline flirting, but he was talking to a lady on social media that, once again, he worked with, because if you don't remember, the girl he did cheat with, he worked with, but now this girl he was just kind of flirting, talking to, was not anything serious, but he was acting like she was kind of just talking to him in a positive manner, and he has not had anyone talk to him, mainly probably more of just a woman talk to him in that positive, nicey nice kind of a manner in a long time, because Melyza is constantly questioning and wondering what he's doing and all that crap. And so he was talking to her in a positive, nice, happy manner, and he was like, I have not had someone talk like this in a very long time. We were not flirting, we were not dating, it was nothing romantic, it was just I haven't had someone talk to me in a nice way like this in a long time. So that was Tim's side. Melyza Melyza thought it was different, and then he went crazy after she accused him, and he was just like I mean, I can't even, I mean, to be completely honest with you guys, I could be wrong, but it might have been one of the biggest just not fight, but I have never seen someone so freaking mad on 90 Day Fiancé. Then, of course, with no bleeping, it really seemed a lot more mad. But anyway, they were in a fight, and then they came back, and Tim and Melyza said that about a week later, Tim dumped Melyza. And you know what? I'm kind of not shocked, because I know Tim did cheat, and I know Tim, let's be real, isn't the best looking guy, and I know he's kind of a nerd, and he, you know, and supposedly he was kind of flirting with other women, so nothing good on Tim's side, but I will say, Melyza is pretty freaking negative. She always seems to be mad. She's never happy, so I kind of can't blame Tim, but comment below if you guys agree or disagree with me, but I'm definitely not I'm not Team Tim, or I'm not Team Melyza, but I can kind of see where he's coming from, but either way, he dumped her. Then about a week later, someone called up, or they messaged Melyza on social media and said, hey, girl, by the way, just so you know, I spotted Tim out in Dallas, Texas, out with a lady friend on a date. But the thing is, they kind of worded it backwards on 90 Day Fiancé, because it was almost like we got to see Tim go back to America, and then all of a sudden Melyza was like, then he was on a date. And I was like, wait a second, did he cheat on her 2 times? But no. Then Sean, the host, backpedaled. He goes, wait, were you guys together? And Melyza goes, no, he already broke up with me. And I was like, okay, what the, why would you care? And that's why I hate to say I'm siding with Tim, but I'm kind of siding with Tim, because he did say, I broke up with her a week earlier, and I have every right in the world to go on a date with anyone I want, and the last person I have to tell is you. And I agree with the guy. I think the guy's a complete weirdo, but I agree with him. Why on earth would he have to keep in contact or even tell her? Now, if they agreed to stay friends, then that's a different story, but still, it's like, if he's going to go on a date, why would he have to tell her? And if she's going to go on a date, why would she have to tell him? And so she was mad that he went on a date, apparently, because it was only a week after he dumped her, but still, it's like, the guy could go on a date a second after he dumped her if he dumped her, and it's like, you know, and that's just my thing. I mean, it's like, unless he told her, maybe we can kind of work it out, but she was kind of acting like they were definitely broken up, but they were in the possibility of maybe kind of working it out, and Tim did not agree with that. I think, honestly, look, if you guys are done, you're done. If he broke up with you, he broke up with you. Who knows what can happen in the future, but at this second, he broke up with you, it's done, and he can date whoever he wants. So that's what I kind of agree. Sorry if you don't agree with me, but I just think Melyza, she's a constant, chronic complainer. That is a mouthful. She's constantly complaining about this, that, and the other, and it's kind of freaking annoying. So that's Tim and Melyza's story. They're not happy. They're not together. Things are not going well for them, and that is basically the gist of it. Comment below if you guys are shocked. I mean, I definitely would not say I'm shocked at all, but we got to see more stuff on 90 Day Fiancé. We got to see, oh my God, this was sickening. We got to see Tom and Jesse, because we got to see Darcy and Stacy a few weeks ago. We all know Darcy's 2 of her, you know, billion exes are Jesse and Tom, and so they came on the show, and let's just real quickly let me say a couple things. Number 1, Jesse is a freaking moron. He said sweetheart and dear, and he might even said love. He definitely said sweetheart and my dear. He was saying my dear to Sean, the host, and he kept saying it. My sweetheart, my dear, my this. Oh my God. Dude, I don't know if he thinks he's some freaking Casanova. He thinks he's some beautiful, you know, hot crap. Shut up. He's a good-looking guy. We all know it, and he's a great-looking guy. Complete moron, though. The guy thinks he's some amazingly beautiful, gorgeous guy, and to me, it's freaking annoying. Maybe the ladies don't agree, but when I heard him talking to Sean, I was like, why does he keep saying my sweetheart? So that was annoying, but he was talking about stuff with Darcy, not even going to talk about it, because it was that, number 1, boring, and probably number 2, fake, and number 3, I don't even want to give the guy the time of day, because I just cannot stand him. And then Tom came on. Tom. I am kind of indifferent on Tom, because Tom was the first 90 Day Fiancé castmate to follow me on Instagram, so thank you, Tom. That was very nice. I will say, though, you know, Tom, in my eyes, is kind of the same thing. He's a wannabe James Bond. He thinks he's some stud. He's not a bad-looking guy at all. Now, when he was first on 90 Day Fiancé, he definitely wasn't the best-looking guy, but now he's a good-looking guy. He dresses great. My issue with Tom is I think, number 1, he's fake, and number 2, I think he puts on this big show and acts like, you know, he's something that he's not. So he came on the show, and I hate to hate on him. I do not not think he watches my videos at all. I actually tried to get him to come on my channel for this next part I'm going to talk about with Tom, and I don't think he's going to. So I'll kind of I don't hate to hate him too much. If he's not going to come on the channel, I really don't care. But anyway, like I said, he did follow me on Instagram, which is nice. But yeah, Tom, he's a pretty fake kind of a guy. There's been so many rumors that his pictures are fake. That all this stuff about him being a fashion guru is just completely fake, not true. And I wouldn't be very shocked. But the big drama with Tom, we got to see him talk with Jesse about Darcy, blah, nothing exciting. However, the big drama is he has a new lady. And you're probably thinking, oh, well, that's not a big deal. You know, hey, it's a Monday, it's a Tuesday. Tom's got a different girl this day, got a different girl that day. And that's why I can't stand Tom, because Tom acts like he's got, you know, this girl, that girl. That's just annoying. That's stupid. But anyway, the deal is this. He has this new woman named Mariah there. She is just looks like Tom. A lot of Botox plastic surgery. That's neither here nor there. The drama is she is freaking married. And you're probably also sitting there saying, well, that's not really weird, because you know, for most normal people, I don't know why I'm talking to myself because I'm clearly not very normal, but for most normal people, maybe like you wouldn't be dating a married man or woman. So, but here's the deal. We all know Tom. It's not very shocking, and this is probably rude, but it's not very shocking that Tom's dating a married person for me. The shocking thing is he had an Instagram Live with the freaking husband, and I watched it. It was long. It made just about literally no sense, and it is the most I mean, honestly, it's probably the most bizarre story I have maybe ever heard ever in reality. Well, that's a little bit much, but it's a freaking crazy story about how he messaged her, and then she was married, and they were talking, and then the husband was all for her meeting him. It was just the most bizarre story, and now the husband and Tom are like friends, and it's so freaking bizarre. I literally don't even want to talk about it much on this video. I think I'm going to record a whole separate video. I don't know if you guys want to hear it or not, but it was a long live stream, and a lot of moving parts. Literally probably one of the dumbest, most bizarre stories. Like when I was watching the live stream, this husband, the girl Mariah's husband, Neil, his name is Neil, he was like he was all for Tom and Mariah getting together, being together. He was all for it. He was like, this is a great idea. I'm full in support. Tom, I totally respect you. And it's like, dude, he's stealing your wife, and he has kids with her, and they're still legally married. So just one of the dumbest things I have ever heard. But Mariah came on. Of course, she didn't, you know, she didn't think to mention, hey, I'm still married, but she came on, and she looks like every other girl Tom has ever dated. And I'm sure, if I had to guess, within a short period of time, it might be a week, might be a month, might even be a year, but I can guarantee you guys, they will likely not last, and more than likely, she'll either just go back to the husband, or she'll go meet some other man. But it seems like Tom is constantly, he's dating her, he's constantly dating different people. I don't know if it's for attention, I don't know if it's for drama, but I'm telling you guys, this story with Tom and Neil and Mariah, his new woman, is just so unbelievable. So I'm definitely, I think, going to post a whole nother video on that. I don't want to talk too much on it because there are so many moving parts, so much drama, and it's kind of surprisingly kind of interesting. So more on that later. I think I'm going to do a whole separate video. If you want me to do a whole video on that and you can actually still tolerate me and you don't hate me, comment below, because I would definitely do a video on Tom and Neil and Mariah. So definitely make sure to comment below if you want to see a separate video, because it is a freaking crazy story. But anyway, last but not least, before I sign off for the day, we did get to see Hazel, and not Tariq, but we got to see Minty, and it's a joke. It's weird. I don't know whose side to believe. I like Hazel. I think Hazel is, shall I say, darling, kind of a weird word, but she is sweet and nice, and I think she's just a nice, wholesome, that's probably a better word, wholesome. She's a nice person. She definitely seems to kind of have a weird side to her, like the whole girlfriend, but hey, that's her deal. I don't even want to say that's weird. I just think the whole, I honestly, I do think it is weird to be in a 3-part relationship. I think it's more honestly just messy. That does not seem like it's going to be a good idea with jealousy, but she's a nice, wholesome person. I like her. I just kind of think she has no interest in Tariq whatsoever, and she wants to be dating a woman. That's what I've always thought, that she's interested in women, which is fantastic, but it's like, date a girl, don't date Tariq. We're beyond dating. Now we're on little marriage, because I think, I hate to say it, spoiler alert, but I'm pretty positive that Tariq and Hazel get married. I don't think they had any issues whatsoever, and now they're, talking about this Minty person who they did date in a 3-way relationship before, and it did not work well. Supposedly Tariq liked Minty more. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. Hazel got jealous. Minty, she came on 90 Day Bears All. She seems like she's just some loudmouth, annoying kind of a lady, honestly. Not a big fan of Minty at all. And that's, you know, the gist of it. And so she came on the show. She was totally egging on Hazel, making her really mad. And I was even sitting there going, you know what? I don't care at all about Hazel, Tariq, or Minty's relationship. I don't care about it. But I will say, Minty, you're just not a nice person, because she was egging on Hazel. And Hazel was crying. And I like Hazel. I think she's a nice person. So that was not cool. Minty was claiming that, number one, you know, she thinks that Hazel's not interested in women, which is like, how would she know? And then Hazel got really offended by that. And then number two, she was also claiming that Reek liked her more than Hazel. So it was just one thing after another. I felt bad for Hazel, and she made a couple comments, one being that Minty claims that her and Reek text every single day. And I swear to you guys, I saw Hazel's face, and it was like the most real thing. We all know a lot of this stuff on 90 Day Fiance probably is not, number one, true, and if it is true, it's probably barely even true. But when she said that, her face, I mean, it was like the realest looking thing. She was just like, oh my god. And I thought it was real. Maybe it wasn't, but I feel like she was like, you know, because I know for sure she married Reek, and they were filming it at his house probably, and so I feel like he's probably standing right there behind the camera, and I feel like she was looking at him like, oh my god, I am so mad at you. And if it's true, that's not cool. He has no business. If he did marry Hazel, he has no business texting Minty, and it's just, that's not cool. So yeah, very weird, very odd. I don't know what is going on. I have no, that's all I'm going to say. Very odd, very strange. A lot of drama, and Minty, not a fan of her. And Tariq, if you are texting her, that is not cool. So 90 Day Fiance, y'all, 90 Day Bears, all pretty good episode besides Tom and Jesse. But like I said, if you want me to do a whole separate video on the Tom drama with this new woman and her husband, who apparently is best friends with Tom now, even though he's still legally married to Mariah, the girl that is dating Tom, I will definitely do it. Just y'all have to comment below and let me know. Well, guys, thank you all so much for watching. We have so much freaking stuff to talk about with Sister Wives and 1,000 Pound Sisters and more 90 Day Fiance and a bunch of other drama. So I am just busy, but I'm definitely going to keep posting some videos if you all don't mind. Well, anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit that like button, comment below your thoughts, and y'all better stay tuned for many more videos.